Fluffernutter just loves hanging out in her catio. We live in coyote territory, but this catio affords her safety and she loves being outside. We used to live in the Pacific Northwest and she was an outdoor cat. Here's an old picture of her when she was outside back in the day. I think she's a Norwegian forest cat because she has a really thick undercoat and the cold and the snow during the winter just didn't bother her one bit. Fluffernutter was actually a stray cat that I adopted, or she adopted us. I think the people down the street moved and she was left behind, and she probably survived on her own for a while. And I started feeding her because I noticed she was pretty hungry. She'd want food. And so I kept feeding her, putting food out for her, and she eventually just kept hanging out in our yard. So I took her to the vet and we scanned for a microchip, and there was no microchip. I got her all her vaccinations, and from then she was my cat. She actually didn't like to be indoors. I tried to bring her in and I had other cats, so it was fine that she wanted to stay outside, but she loved the snow, she loved the cold weather. So I made sure she had they have little cat warming huts. It's a little shelter with a heating pad. We had a shed in the backyard as well, and I put her little house in there too. She loved it. But we were moving and I couldn't leave her behind. I wouldn't leave her behind, so she had to become an indoor cat. And she did okay. She actually adapted really fast, and she was indoor exclusively for about 1.5 years, and then we moved to a house. I noticed she had become a lot more sedentary. She just kind of became a bored and depressed kitty. She would hang out on my computer desk when I play video games, and she picked up a little light reading. I decided I would build a catio for her so she could have a little taste of what she used to have in her previous life. So I added that catnip plant for her right there, and also grew some cat grass, which is soft grass that they like to chew on. And then one day I came out and she was actually sitting in the grass. It was a little tight, but she said if she fits, she sits. She just wanted to feel the grass under her feet again. So I decided I would buy a larger container so she would have a bigger area to stretch out on. The grass needs to start growing outside the catio, away from your cat, because you know what's going to happen, right? So I was trying to find a big enough container, but not too big so that once the grass was growing, I could fit it back through the door of the catio. This water heater drain pan I found at Home Depot does the trick. First, I drilled a bunch of holes in the bottom of the pan to give it good drainage. Then I partially filled it with some garden dirt. This is the grass seed I used, and I found it at PetSmart. I sprinkled the seeds in. I used the whole bag. Put the remaining dirt on top, probably about 1/2 inch. And then I gave it a good watering. It germinated in about 4 days, and this is what it looks like after about a week of growing. After about 2 weeks, it looks like this, and now it's ready to be put into the catio to be enjoyed. I just love seeing her hunker down in the grass and take a nap in the sunshine. She's back in her element again. What a sweet girl. I'm glad to provide her with something that makes her so happy. Sweet dreams, Fluffernutter. Please like and subscribe for more content.